your brother said that you were more handsome than he is, but I don't know. It's probably a toss up. He's a pretty good looking dude.
Yeah, he is. He's a pretty good guy. I
Yeah,
love
I
him.
mean, how lucky is he to be tall and handsome and a professional hockey player, right?
Yeah, he is. He's a good guy. He's a good person too.
Yeah, he
He,
is. I like him.
he's
And
a very positive guy. So
yeah. So tell me what's going on with your shoulder.
yeah, I have problems with my shoulders since years. It's the reason why I ended my hockey career, because I think it's like the Achilles toe, because everything every time it's something happens with my shoulder and it hurts, and I had three surgeries
Okay.
now, and I have still pain in during the night if I'm not training, like doing my stuff for my shoulder. I can feel it instantly. If I'm taking 1 week off
Yeah.
or more, I feel it instantly with my shoulders. I can't sleep anymore. I'm waking up in the night, and it just feels like it's not the same anymore. But
Okay.
it is not the same. But it's not the
Yeah.
best feeling for me. So
So I don't know, exactly what your brother has said, but the one thing to remember is that just because something is one way
yeah,
doesn't mean that the next moment in time it can't be something totally different,
yeah, yeah,
right? But we're so programmed to believe that if things are a certain way, that's how they're going to continue to be. Or even, I mean, athletes are good in a way, but more difficult in that everything is based on time,
yeah.
right? Because we already know what has happened with somebody else that's gotten injured.
Mm,
So we already have that time frame locked into our mind, right? So let's say somebody tears their ACL,
yeah.
right? And the average time of recovery is 12 months. But hey, some guys have come back in 10,
Yeah.
right? So let's say that you come back in 11 months, right? You're thinking that's pretty good. But really, it could be instant because things change instantly all the time. Like I had torn labrums in my hips,
Yeah.
bilateral impingements in my hips, and a 8.5 millimeter protrusion in L4, L5, where I'd lost 3 inches of muscle off of my right leg. But the next moment I didn't,
Oh, really?
because in a moment of no other options, I was instantly able to heal myself. But through that experience, I found that, oh, now I'm able to focus my intention on others and they're able to heal themselves as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I know that it can be instant.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just a matter of getting it there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
So just sitting there, do you have any pain in your shoulders?
Uh, Not really, but I can feel it. Like it's not pain, but I feel it. So
Yeah.
I have a
And then
little
what
pain in the
about,
right shoulder, but it's like I fell.
what's that?
I fell on my shoulder on the other one, so I can feel this one, the right one, more than the left one now.
Okay. And then like, what about your range of motion and stuff? Is that
It's
affected?
it, yeah, yeah. It's restricted.
Okay.
I
So,
External rotation is like I got 90 degrees on my right and about 0 degrees on my left.
okay. So let's see it. Do it real quick. So we have a,
Yeah, you can see it. Like, you know this? Do you notice this?
yeah.
Can't do it on the left one. Like
Okay.
an up is pretty much the same. It's like blocked right here, where I have still movement here. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yeah. So I have a little, just it's blocked here in this area. So
maybe it's because your biceps and triceps are too big.
yeah.
Right?
No, they're not really big.
I know. All right. Okay. So I just had you do something so that we have something to gauge, right?
Yeah.
Because people want to see, or the subconscious really wants to see something different, not think something different. Okay. So I just want you to relax for me for a second. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I want you to try the left one and see what you notice.
I'm feeling. Oh. Wow. It feels a little strange to reach up there. You know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it feels strange because you haven't been able to do it for a while.
Yeah, for the last like 6 years. Yeah, I can reach up, but I still can rotate, like, but it's really strange. Like, I don't feel bad, you know?
It's what?
It doesn't feel bad, like,
Yeah.
if I'm...
Yeah, I mean that's pretty straight there. All right, so let's focus on that rotation for a sec, okay?
How did you do that?
Well, so you did it.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is you didn't, before we started, you didn't know that you could do it.
No.
Right? I just convinced you that you could do it.
Because I'm going to my physio, like, now it's about once every 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm used to, or I did it like 3 times a week, and I tried to work on my upper head abilities like this, but it wasn't improving. And and it doesn't feel like strange, because I've always had the fear of my shoulder popping out again, and
3-5.
it's, yeah, I mean I've seen strange things, but I've never, you know.
Yeah. So let's focus on that rotation, the outward rotation, okay? So just relax again for me, okay? Okay, now try and rotate it out.
Okay. It improved for like, I think, 30 degrees.
Okay.
You want to see it?
Yeah, stand. Yeah.
If I was like,
Okay.
so can you see the difference?
Yep.
It's really, wow. Maybe.
All right. So just relax again, okay? Just stand. You can stand there though. Just stand there for 1 sec. Okay, now try.
It's feeling good. So it's still a little, but it's maybe because of the time it was fixed. But I can feel it. It's like a different position of my humerus bone. Like I can instantly feel if that it's rotating more. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it feels a little strange, but it even hurts a little if I'm rotating on the outside. Like, but still feeling good. Like, wow. I'm impressed by touching the ceiling, right? No?
Yeah. How about your right one? How does it feel?
The right one feels good. As far I have a little pain right on the. It's more on in the front of the back because I like fell on it and wasn't really stabilizing it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, well, relax 1 second. Let me focus on that one, okay? All right, now how does that right one feel?
Yeah. No, I haven't noticed anything like completely different, but oh yeah. But I feel something, but I don't know what it is, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, the most important thing is that I feel that my shoulders are stable, right? You know?
Yeah.
Because for me, it's like the worst feeling I've ever had, like if my shoulder, when my shoulder popped out and it was, so I'm working really hard so that my shoulders are stable. So that for me, it's for me a really important. But I still can feel it, and when I'm sitting, when I'm like putting my arm down, they were close to the clavicular bone. Um, but I can feel anything in the back, so it's good. So you're focusing and trying to convince my body to heal. So because I'm going to med school and
Yeah.
and I've seen strange things happening in hospital, but this is a little limited. Or my mind is limited
Well,
to
yeah,
understand.
because
Yeah,
I mean, again, we're programmed to believe one thing, right? And this is something totally different. But no matter what the body,
I can even feel my chest now. So my chest, something is working. Like I'm sorry to sorry.
no, you're
Like,
all right.
I just wanted to let you know. So
Well, what's working is your subconscious is trying to grasp that something instantly changed, right? So all the sensations are after the fact, right? Of putting something to it so that it makes more sense, right? Because if it was just instantly different, that's even harder to grasp.
yeah, for me it's hard to grasp that I can move up my arm. Like
Yeah.
I haven't done this like in the last 6 years, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe the next thing I'm learning is a handstand. No?
Yeah. I mean, that's awesome. So,
For you, it's normal, but for me, not.
well, even for me, I have to continue to grasp it.
Yeah, but how do you discover this way of healing?
Well, because I was able to instantly heal myself, right? So
Yeah. So
once
what you
that
did.
once that happened, then I knew it was possible,
Yeah.
right? So since I know that I'm no different than anybody else,
Yeah.
I know that everybody's capable of it. So what's the best way to get people to tap into that and do it on their own, right? So if I come into it already knowing what you're capable of, all I'm really doing is encouraging you to do something you're already capable of doing, but just don't necessarily know it yet. So if that belief is so far out there that you can't tap into it, I just bring that belief close enough so that all of a sudden you start believing that it's possible.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. I'm pretty impressed.
Okay, so I'm since I'm recording this, I just really quick,
Yeah.
tell me what it was before and what it is now.
What it was before? You mean in sense of
Yeah,
feeling
like
the
when
show?
we started, right? You had one arm up and the other one was like kind of
Yeah.
that,
The
right?
like the halfway. It was feeling really stiff, and I was feeling really uncomfortable if I have my arms up. And you talked to me, and a few seconds later, I could move my arm up there, and I'm not feeling uncomfortable. I'm not feeling strong here, but that's maybe because my muscles are not used to that position. So, but it's very strange to put my arm up there.
Yeah.
So for the last 6 years, I was like you know,
And what about the outward rotation?
the outward rotation is improved for like I think 30 degrees, but I think maybe the rest is because of the surgeries I've had. And
Or maybe the rest is because you're still trying to grasp everything else that just happened, right? And so instead
maybe
of just letting it all go, you're still subconsciously just holding on to a little bit, because if everything instantly changed, that's too much of a stretch, right?
yeah, it's a real big stretch for me that I can move my arm up there. So
Yeah, well, yeah,
very strange, but very nice. You know?
yeah.
So feels good.